Hey guys, welcome to a brand new Let's Play. It is one of the best days of the year, if you ask me. It is release day, the official release day for Out of the Park Baseball 25. I've had it since Tuesday. Is that when the beta came out? But we're live. We are live today, and we're going to jump right in and get started with your voted upon 2025 or 2024 Out of the Park 25 playthrough. That is the San Francisco Giants. Before we jump in, get that self-promotional stuff out of the way. If this is your first time to the channel, welcome. My name is Aaron. I have been doing Out of the Park Baseball now I've been playing Out of the Park Baseball since OOTP 7. I've been doing Let's Plays since I think I started in 2020 like everybody else. And I've been doing it ever since. So welcome if you're new to the channel. I have very cut and dry playthroughs. There's not a lot of frills. I don't do a lot of editing. I just sort of play the game, and you guys come along for the ride, and you leave your comments you leave the comments below. Tell me what I should do, what I'm doing wrong, etc., etc. So on that note, please guys, video 1, obviously brand new release like this. Leave the video a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Leave a comment, let me know your thoughts, and yeah, that's about it. So let's get to it. So we're going to take over the San Francisco Giants, and I looked at the team a little bit. I didn't go too deep into it. I was kind of waiting for this, just kind of get in and kind of play alongside you guys without kind of knowing too much about the team. But yeah, it looks like it's a pretty veteran-heavy team. With a couple of sort of higher end prospects and younger players. And we're just going to go player by player in this episode. We're going to kind of look at the team. We're going to look at some of the new features, and we'll kind of, I think, probably play opening day or let the game play opening day. And then kind of that'll be episode 1. So, yeah, I've been messing around with the development lab in my offline save, and it's really cool. So I'm looking forward to getting to the end of the season and kind of going through and seeing if we can develop some of these young players. I'm really excited about Marco Luciano. Kyle Harrison looks like he's going to be a stud. So, yeah, I mean, I'm excited about it. And during the season, you have the ability to work on certain developmental tasks as well. So that's something we'll take a look at. So before we do anything, first thing I want to do is show you the settings. So if we go to league settings, what do I change? I don't change a ton. I turned player personality profiles on. I have trade difficulty set all the way to hard. I've read that trading difficulty in this version is even harder than it has been in the past. So we'll start with it on all the way hard, and if we need to back off, we'll back off. But for now, that's where we're going to leave it. I changed the player evaluation settings to 40, 30, 25, 5. I think it's 65, 25, 15, 5 or something like that normally, but I changed it to 40, 30, 25, 25, 5. And then beyond that, I don't do a ton. What else did I change? I set trading frequency to low. It defaults to average. I set it to low. I do turn on allowing trading of injured players. And I think that's all I change. One of the additions they made, and those of you who have played the game here a little bit will see it. But you can, and I don't remember where it is now, you have the ability to turn off BABIP as a player statistic, and I can't remember for the life of me where it is now. Right here, show BABIP on player pages. All the players now, I mean, you guys have all seen this already. I mean, none of this is going to be new, but BABIP is now listed on here. Avoid K. Contact has been broken up into BABIP and avoid Ks. So And I gotta remember where I saw it, but they've now taken the avoid K option out of the BABIP equation, I guess is the best way to explain. Let me see. So gap power doesn't. Okay, let me. I'm just reading a Slack thread about it. I can get my words out here. So contact loses the power component. So contact is now just contact. It's now just BABIP and avoid K. So that's pretty neat. So the power is now truly just power. Catchers now have a catcher block and frame ability. It's no longer just catcher ability. So blocking and framing are now specific or their own categories. From a pitching perspective, it looks similar. It adds kind of the pitching BABIP and then home runs allowed as part of movement now. So it's now low movement doesn't necessarily mean that it's just, well, I mean, it doesn't just mean you're giving up a lot of home runs, but ultimately BABIP has always been in kind of behind the curtain, right? Behind the scenes of these players, but now it's just out here for you to see. So, so those are my settings. I don't change a whole lot. I have it set on 20 to 80, as you saw. I used to be a stars guy, but I am absolutely now a 20 to 80 convert. Yeah, so that's kind of where we are, and it looks like, this is obviously going to be a grind with Arizona, LA, and San Diego in this same in this same division. I thought it would be fun to try to take the Giants and see if we could win with them. So yeah, I think I want to first and foremost look at some of our personnel. We're going to need a new trainer. We're going to go ahead, probably just going to go ahead and fire everybody, but Michael Holmes favors tools, but I know that there are better players. There are better people out there. I've seen them in my offline saves. Matt Williams is average at everything, and both of these guys are. I hate to fire the Giants legend Matt Williams, but I'm going to do it. We're going to hire an entirely new staff, I think. My hitting coach does not. I got it. Oh yeah, we're gonna go from scratch here. Fire person. We need to keep. No, we're gonna fire him as well. Yeah, we just fire everybody. We're gonna come in and clean house because that's what we do. And then we will go to available personnel. And the first thing we want to do is bring in a new scout. And this is the guy we go after. He's going to be the new meme, Isoroku Nakamura. Outstanding at everything. He's highly favored tools. So we're going to go ahead and sign him, see if we get him for 5 years. Look at trainers. So in my offline save, I'm playing as the Red Sox just so I can kind of get a feel for how the game works. And you got the legend, Rick Jameson, who has no interest in being a trainer for the Red Sox, but he will be a trainer for the Giants. So we'll sign him. He may not, I don't know that he's going to last that long, given he's got 23 years of experience, but we'll see. Base coaches, there are a couple of good ones. So we'll bring in Trent Durrington because he's 48. Sign him to a 5-year contract as our first base coach. He can teach catching and infield. And then we'll bring in Jeff Fry to be I don't know if any of you guys follow Jeff Fry on Twitter, but he is a vocal presence on Twitter for sure. We need a bench coach. The 35-year-old bench coach, he looks pretty good. Catching, development, only average at mechanics. Eric Young. We'll go Eric Young because he's excellent, and then good at handle aging. We're going to Eric Young to be our bench coach. All right, so we'll hire some new coaches. And now let's look at the team, I guess. There's not a whole lot to do in the preseason because there is no real preseason when you fire the game up. So let's start with the offense. So behind the plate, we got Patrick Bailey and Tom Murphy. Why is Joey Bart really been in the minors? Is he really just not that good? Huh. I didn't realize Joey Bart was a bust. Interesting. All right, well, that's fine. All right, so we got Patrick Bailey and Tom Murphy. Bailey, 24-year-old, switch hitting catcher. Struck out a bunch last year. Good defensively, high work ethic, and you can work on this stuff too in the development lab, which is awesome. I was working on defensive development with a third baseman, and he ended up with all of his ratings in this darker blue. It was really cool. But anyway, so we got Patrick Bailey, and the colors. The colors have been the hardest thing for me to get used to. Average used to be yellow, and now it's this green color. Green used to be good. Green is now average. So it's just taking some getting used to with my eyes. So we got Patrick Bailey and Tom Murphy as our catchers. Murphy's 32. Pretty quality backup with a solid bat. Hit 290 with Seattle last year, 303 the year before that. So pretty good defensive, or pretty good tandem behind the plate for us in Bailey and Murphy. Wilmer Flores is our first baseman. A decent year last year, 132 OPS plus. I don't do a lot of filtering with the stats, so if you guys want to look as we go through the game, if you guys want to look at kind of the secondary stats, just tell me. I tend to not go too deep into the secondary stats, but I can. I just generally don't. Not great defensively. I mean, he's fine for a first baseman. Decent enough contact. Yeah, he'd be all right. What's his contract look like? Wow, he's making nothing. Only 6.5 this year, then a player option next year. Thairo Estrada, former Yankee. Not a bad season. Really good offensively. I like that 65 range. Again, the colors scheme throws me a little bit. This color used to be the high end, the 70 and 80, or at least the 70. But at a 65, good range, good error. Yeah, I mean, he's typical second baseman with those defensive ratings, and then offensively, he's good enough. Good enough. If he can give us a 97 OPS plus, I'll take that. Next, we got Matt Chapman, who just recently signed with the Giants. It's really a 1-year contract with a player opt out after this year, and then a player option, which is weird. Like, you don't need an opt out and an option. You can either be no reason for him to opt in and then not take the player option, but whatever. You know what you're getting with Chappie. Just an elite defensive third baseman. Bat's still okay. Maybe slipping a little bit. Not quite the same bat he was when he was in Oakland, but still not bad. Not bad. I will take it. David VR. Backup third baseman. I wouldn't put him at second with that 40 turn double play. He's all right. I mean, he didn't hit last season. I mean, there's got to be a better option out there. Nick Ahmed, one of the best defensive shortstops in the game. So defensively on the left side of the infield, I don't know that we're going to have I don't know if you're going to find a better tandem than Nick Ahmed and Matt Chapman, but he gets it done with the glove. He's making the league minimum. Wow. Okay. Tyler Fitzgerald. He'll likely be that backup middle infielder. Got some decent power for a middle infielder, some good speed. Yeah, passable defensive ratings, in a pinch. Outfield, we start with Michael Conforto, $18 million this year. Yeah, he's all right. I mean, it's not great numbers. Again, not nearly as good as he was with the Mets a handful of years ago, but passable, I suppose. Lamonte Wade. Excuse me. I'm recording this about 6 hours later than I expected to today. I had a sick kid, so now mom's home, so I can come up into my office and do some recording. Wade looks all right, I guess. Good eye. Be a good leadoff hitter with the 65 eye, 55 avoid K. 373 on base percentage. Yeah, he's probably our leadoff hitter. Jung-Hoo Lee. grandson of Wynn, the most recent addition to the San Francisco Giants, signed a 6-year, $108 million contract with an opt-out after 4. Our starting center fielder, he's going to be fantastic. Yeah, I mean, great number 2 hitter, probably right behind Wade with the 65 contact, 85 avoid K. And then Jorge Soler, who's another new signee for the Giants. He signed, what, a 3-year deal, 4-year deal, something like that? Okay, so 7 this year with a player opt-out, and then 13 and then a player option. Okay, but he's going to give us some pop. He's not very good defensively anymore, but 36 home runs last season for Miami. Excuse me, just a handful of years removed from a 48 home run season. So how many home runs has Soler hit over his career? 170. It feels like he's hit more than that. I guess I felt like he played for the Cubs longer than he did, but so that's and then Mike Yastrzemski. I forgot about Yaz. He's our starting right fielder. He's still under arbitration. The grandson of Carl. Good defensively, high work ethic, good gap power. So the lineup's not terrible. Not terrible. I would say it's elite, but it's not bad. Pitching. Kyle Harrison is where did he come from? 3rd-round pick in 2020. Yeah, he looks like a stud. He got an 80 fastball. Potential 75 stuff. Potential 60 movement. We like that. Jordan Hicks, converted reliever. Giants are going to make him a starter. He's making 4 years, $42 million contract. I'm not crazy about that, but slider, sinker, curveball, change, extreme ground ball. I mean, he might end up being a reliever again, but pretty good season a year ago for St. Louis and Toronto. Logan Webb, always in here is selfish, not disruptive, but selfish. He's had 3 straight really good seasons, 4.7, 4.6, 5.8 WAR last season. Elite control, good movement. He's not going to give up a ton of home runs, not going to walk a ton of batters. He is going to eat innings. Carson Wisenhunt, 23-year-old, the number 96 prospect in the game. I don't know that he starts the season with us. Hasn't pitched higher than AA ball. Keaton Wynn as we round out the starters. 26-year-old righty, ground ball guy. Got to 9 games a year ago for the Giants. And then into the bullpen, Amir Garrett. His first season now with the Giants, 65 stuff. Spencer Howard, 27 years old. Came over from the Rangers. Was it a trade? No, he signed as a free agent. Okay. Luke Jackson, pretty solid. I got to shut off. I'm going to shut this off. I'm in my office and it's after hours, so I need to shut this off. All right. Luke Jackson, he's 32 years old now. Spent most of his career in Atlanta. Missed all of 2022. Came back this season. Extreme ground ball guy. I got him for this year and next. Team option for next season. He looks like he could be pretty darn good. Taylor Rogers is a stud. We're going to lean on him heavily. He pitched in 60 games last year. Expect that number to be higher this year. Love the 75 stuff. Sinker slider pitcher. And then Tyler Rogers. That's right. I forgot they play together. I forgot that. Are they twins or are they just brothers? One was born on December 17th, 1990. They were both, okay, so they're twins. I knew they were brothers. I didn't know if they were twins. Apparently they're twins. One throws righty, one throws lefty. So we got Taylor and Tyler. Tyler's under arbitration. He's now going into his 6th season with the Giants. Ethan Small, former Milwaukee Brewer. He could be a starter. Fastball, slider, a nasty changeup. Extreme fly ball, but that won't really hurt us in what's the name of the park? Used to be PNC, right? What's it called now? Gotta look that up. Oracle. That's what it's called. Oracle Park, right? Ryan Walker, 28-year-old, just a guy, but good personality. And then Camilo Doval is our closer, another absolute stud. So we've got a handful and then we got some injuries too. Robbie Ray, Alex Cobb, Sean Gell, and Tristan Beck are all hurt. But get Robbie Ray back in a couple of months. Hope he opts out. I'd rather not pay him $25 million a year. The former Cy Young winner in 2021 signed with us. Should at least give us some good innings this year. Alex Cobb bounced around a bit. This will be his third season with the Giants, a free agent after this year. Sean Gell. Is it Gell? Doesn't look particularly good. And then Tristan Beck is just a guy. So that's kind of how the team is set up. What I want to do, prospects. If we go to pipeline, San Francisco. So we've talked about Harrison already. Marco Luciano is our top prospect. Probably a third baseman with that rating. It's certainly not. He could pass it short, but third baseman, maybe a second baseman. Only 22. Got a cup of coffee last year. He's going to start in Sacramento this year. But he is our top hitting prospect. Weisenhunt, we've already looked at. Bryce Eldridge, 19-year-old, the number 98 prospect in the game. Oh, wow, he's a two-way guy. 70 potential power, 70 potential eye. He's a two-way guy in that he's going to hit a ton of home runs and he's going to draw a lot of walks. He's going to strike out a metric crap ton. But he looks like a pretty interesting two-way guy. Wade Meckler. He's 23. He's in Sacramento. He's not far off either. The base stealer. Probably a left fielder with those ratings, not a center fielder. Walker Martin. Looks all right. Looks like a decent third baseman. High work ethic. Yeah, we don't have a lot. We don't really have a lot. We only have, 4 in the top 100, and 2 of them are 96 and 98. It's really Harrison and Luciano that are our, kind of the crown jewels of our system. I think that's all we need to do in terms of looking at players. I do want to make sure that I've got Luis Matos. Looks like he could play center field. I see this blue line in the middle, and my eyes immediately go, ooh, he's got elite power. And then I realize that that's now a void K. It's not power, and my eyes keep looking at it and doing that. But he looks all right. I want to just make sure we get some of these guys with their promotion and demotion removed so that I can do it myself. Oh, excuse me. International Complex has a bunch of players, and I've noticed that your scout goes absolutely insane with IAFA. So I'm gonna make sure that there's some space cleared for them. So what I want to do now is opening day is what? It's the 20th. For us, it's the 28th. We're playing those 2 games in Korea or wherever it is to start the season. I want to go through the lineup, and I want to set their development. So you see Bailey's ratings down here. We're going to bring our coaches in here in a minute, but it's got Bailey working almost strictly on defense, and I kind of am okay with that. He's 24 years old. The bat's passable. If he can be an elite defensive catcher, that's fine. BABIP. I like to work on batting eye. So let's drop this a little bit and let's bring batting eye up. Let's have him work on his batting eye a tiny bit. Tom Murphy. They have him working on his BABIP. That's interesting. Bring that down. And he's 32, so he's probably not going to develop a ton. So Void K is a 44. Power let's bring, what happened there? Void K up to there, and let's improve the defense. May as well. Wilmer Flores, BABIP, and power. Not working on his running at all, which is fine. Yeah, and we probably need some addition. And I don't know how much. I haven't noticed a noticeable uptick in any of the ratings when you screw around with these sliders, but I want to make sure I go in here and tell the AI not to do anything with it. You do get some significant jumps in the development lab, but not necessarily here. So Estrada, he's pretty good defensively. I personally, I love working on the batting eye. There's something to me that I love having a team full of guys that have a great batting eye. Matt Chapman, BABIP. No, I don't care about his BABIP or necessarily his gap power. We're going to go work on his power and his defense, or in his batting eye. His defense is fine. VR, I don't really care about, so we'll just kind of leave it. Nick Ahmed, they have him working on his BABIP. Defense running, yeah, I don't care about his power. Oh boy, excuse me. Get him plug that into batting eye though. Tyler Fitzgerald. Based on his role with the team, I want him working on his defense. Michael Conforto again with the BABIP. I don't really care. And I guess maybe I should, but I don't. I mean, BABIP, contact is BABIP and a void K, so we'll have him work on both, I guess. Let's jack up his power a little bit. Monte Wade. He's got the good batting eye, 65 batting eye. I don't really, his power's at 55, which is good. Let's continue to work on that eye though. Yeah, I haven't, like I said, I haven't seen a huge, well, I shouldn't say I haven't seen, I just don't know if there's a huge impact of, affecting these, but I'm going to set them, and, any help I can get, the better. Running, defense, gap power. I think we'll leave this the way it is. Jorge Soler. Yeah, see if you can get that contact up a little bit, I suppose. And then Yaz. Gap power's fine. I'd rather increase that avoid K a little bit. So that should be all of the batters. And then we'll take a look at the pitchers and we'll do the same thing. We'll start with Kyle Harrison. Oh, I also want to set strategy for a couple of the players. So Harrison, it's working on his control, which I'm fine with, and his fastball stuff. Yeah, I guess. What's his stamina? His stamina is a 60. Movement. Not as concerned about movement in Oracle, just because of the size of the ballpark. So let's bump up the curveball a little bit. Jordan Hicks. I don't know, man. I'm not really digging Jordan Hicks as a starter, truth be told. His movement's a 60. We'll back that off a bit. What's his stamina? Stamina's a 45. Slider. Let's work on the sinker. Logan Webb doesn't have great pitches. Does not have great pitches. 60 movement, 75 control. Drop the movement down some. Again with the sinker. But with that infield defense we have, we gotta lean into that a little bit, I think. Its control's a 45. I think we leave this the way it is. Keaton Wynn is fine. Your Garrett, fastball stuff, slider stuff. Yeah, I don't care about his stamina. His control is not great. We can probably drop movement down. Let's try to improve his control a tiny bit. Spencer Howard is fine, just right across the board. It's no problem. Luke Jackson, got a nasty slider. Bring that down some, bring that up. This movement's probably fine. Taylor Rogers, slider. Bring this down, bring this up. I don't care about his stamina. Tyler Rogers is movements. Sinker slider's fine. Yep. Ethan Small. Looks good. Ryan Walker's fine. And then Doval. Movement. Slider, cutter, sinker. Control. Yeah, I'm good with that. I don't want to mess with that too much. So, yeah, I think that's all. Those are all the changes we're going to make. We need to get to opening day and set our roster, set our lineups, and then we'll let the AI sort of sim that first game, and then that'll be that. All right, so we sign all of our coaches and all of our trainers and everything. We need to go here and here and here. We're still waiting on Bo Jackson once he comes in. Oh, no, wait. We have legendary, excellent. Yeah, I'll do it like that. There we go. We want to go to strategy, set our presets to sabermetric. And then means he's not going to steal a lot of bases, but that's okay. We'll have him steal a little bit more. He's got a decent ability. And then who was it Wade? Was he the other one with good speed? No, nobody really has great speed. All right, so we're not going to steal a ton of bases, but that's okay. Opening day. So, yeah, we'll get to opening day, and then we'll sim to our first game, which is a week after opening day. All right. Respectable on the field. That should be pretty easy. So Jackson Holiday, the top prospect in the game. Oof, man, he looks good. Jackson Churio. He just signed that long-term deal. What a contract. Well done, Milwaukee. Wyatt Langford with Texas. Ethan Salas. Evan Carter with Texas. Wow. Walker Jenkins. He's not going to be a center fielder unless they put time into that. Yamamoto looks unbelievable. Look at the contract. That's not even the right contract. Where's the rest of the money? He signed a $300 and something million contract, didn't he? I want to. You know what? I haven't looked at that. I want to see what Ohtani's contract looks like. I haven't looked at that. How do they have it listed? 46. Interesting. Okay. So 10 years, $460 million. All right. Oh, I keep yawning. I should have brought myself some coffee. Should have made some coffee. It's only 6 o'clock. All right. It's at opening day. Let's look at waivers. Why is there nobody on waivers? All right, we got to set our roster. So we don't have to set our rosters. Anybody we want to call up. We got Helio Ramos as well. Who was it? I think it was Wizenhunt that I wanted to start. Yeah, I wanted to start Wizenhunt in AAA just because he hasn't had any time over AA. Mason Black is another one I want to start in AAA. Where's Wizenhunt? Where did he go? He's right there. And that means we got to call somebody up. Call up Dabovich, and then who do we start? Spencer Howard's not particularly good. I think it's Ethan Small. Yeah, we'll do that. Small in the rotation. And then we call up Dabovich, who's got the 70 stuff. All right. It's not a particularly good rotation right now. That's okay. Set our pitch counts at 100 for everybody except for Webb. He gets 110. No, we want Rogers to be middle relief, use more often, and I guess the specialist. Howard will move to long relief. Dabovich will become middle relief. We'll just kind of run with that. And then lineups. Let's clear our lineups. We already had batting ratings. All right, so our best batting eye is Wade. I think it makes sense to put Wade in as the leadoff hitter in left. The 65 eye. Let's do it like this. So Wade in left. And Lee, I don't like going lefty-lefty, but what are you going to do? So, yeah, actually, Solaire's probably the DH, right? Yastrzemski and right. God, he's 33. This is an old team, man. This is an old team. Chapman at third. Bailey behind the plate. Wilmer Flores at first. And then Estrada and Ahmed. It's not a great offense. Not a great offense. It's passable. It's passable. Conforto there, Conforto here. Copy, but it's again, it's Oracle, so it's not like we're gonna have a ton of offense here, generally speaking. Anyway, all right. What changes do we want to make against lefties? Let's go here and let's do that. I don't want my catchers to get tired. Yeah, he's better against righties than he is lefties. Make Murphy the starting catcher, and then Bailey will come in every third game against lefties. Yeah, I don't like all these lefties at the top of the order against lefties, especially when you get someone like Wilmer Flores, who's a tank against left-handed hitting, against left-handed pitching. So we'll do something like that. That's leadoff, though, against lefties. Just contact against lefties. 60. Yeah, I mean, he's still, I guess, still fine against lefties, and then we'll go Flomer. No, we're going to go Soler and then Flores. No, we're not. We're going to do this. I want Lee in the 2-hole. And I think I want to leave Soler in the 3-hole against lefties. Yeah. And then Flores, Chapman, Murphy, Yastrzemski, Estrada, and Nick Ahmed. I think I'm okay with that. Conforto's just not going to play much. He's not bad against righties, but who does he play over? Like defensively and offensively, he's maybe slightly better than Wade, but Wade I think brings more with the he's got a little bit more power. He's got a bit better batting eye. Fitzgerald is our backup second and short. Yeah, I think we're good there. I need to. Oh, that's the other thing I needed to do. So I forgot to do this. So I am the only time I'm going to go into commissioner mode is right now. I'm going to come back here, and so we got 9 million. So we're going to put 4.5 million into each of these. Yeah. So I like to have my scouting and development budgets as high as humanly possible. We still have enough money for the draft. We got enough money for international amateurs, so we're okay there. Come back into manager options. We'll shut that off. We're going to save. And I haven't actually looked at a live game yet, so I've heard there have been some changes, and the 3D engine looks a little bit better and stuff. So looking forward to that. Is there still nobody? I don't think there will be anybody on the waiver wire because I think most teams have their rosters set. Yeah. Oh, free agents. That's what I meant to do. That's what I meant to do. Do we still have... Montgomery is still there. We need a starting pitcher. We don't really have any money. What does he want? 1 year, $16.8 million. I think we're just going to sit it out. He's good, but it's just not a contract I'm ready to invest in right now. Matthew Boyd. Yeah, I think we just hold off. Where did Blake Snell go? It's the Red Sox. Not in my save, he didn't. What did they give him? 4 years, $93 million. Okay. Good for him. Upcoming free agents. Max Fried, Walker Buehler, Corbin Burns, Shane Bieber. So a lot of big names in here from a starting pitcher perspective. From a batter perspective, obviously the big fish is Juan Soto. On my Red Sox save, he went to free agency. So that might be something we have an option at when the season ends. We'll just sort of see. Still amazed that they traded him. Anyway, all right, we gotta get to our first game. So I didn't want this episode to be an hour long, but it looks like that's where we're gonna end up. I'm gonna try to get a couple of these out a week. And for those of you who haven't watched before, the way I tend to do it is I'll sim and I'll play opening day, and then I'll sim up to July 1st, and then I'll come back at July 1st, and the next episode will be July, so it'll be the draft and the trade deadline. Then the following episode will be either the postseason and the off season, or just the postseason. So I tend to break my seasons down into 3 episodes. If that's too much or not enough, then let me know, and I'm happy to change it. But yeah, I tend to break my my episodes down into or my seasons down into 3 episodes. So, all right, let's play the game. All right, so what do we want to change here? We want to animation speed. It's fine. Labels, screen filter. Where is game sound is going to be disabled because it's just too loud. Short play-by-play. Play-by-play speed. Delay mode is going to be per line. So there, we're going Wade, Lee, Soler, Yastrzemski, Chapman, Bailey, Flores, Estrada, Ahmed, with Logan Webb starting. For them, it's Tatis, Graham, Polly, Machado, Belt, Bogarts, Lewis, Campusano, Kim Taylor with Musgrove getting the start. He's already 0-1 on the year. So let's get into the game. And we're going to let the AI do it. We're going to return to the game. All right, so Lamonte Wade. Ooh, forgot about the spin. It's enough to make you sick. And that is some improved 3D. Graphics there. So we get a single to lead things off. Jung-Hoo Lee hits it down the right field line, and a diving catch through the wall by Fernando Tatis. Throw down to second. Lamonte Wade steals second base. Soler strikes out looking. And Yaz hits it to left. And it looks like we're going to strand a runner in scoring position. We go to the bottom of the first. Foul ball caught out there by our first baseman, Wilmer Flores. One away. Graham Pauley now. He hits it the other way, and that drops down in front of Wade for a base hit. Machado grounds it back up the middle, so a couple of singles here. And Machado advances to second. On the throw, Brandon Belt with 2 in scoring position. He strikes out. And Xander Bogaerts with 2 in scoring position. He grounds it in front of the plate. And it's dropped by the catcher. So much for that great defensive work by Bailey behind the plate. And now we get a wild pitch. Well, nobody goes anywhere. 2-2 on Kyle Lewis. And he gets a single to right. So a couple of runs here in the first for the what happened there? Threw behind the runner, tagged him out at second. All right. So they still haven't worked out some of the kinks in the play-by-play, but that's fine. Chapman draws a leadoff walk. Bailey hits it to right. He gets a base hit. So the first 2 runners reach. And into third goes Chapman. So runners at the corners with nobody out for Wilmer Flores. Wilmer hits it out to center. The catch is going to be made there, but we should get a run home. So first RBI of the season, Wilmer Flores drives home Matt Chapman. Estrada strikes out. And there's a base hit to right. Runner to third. So second and third on the 2-out single by Nick Ahmed. Wade with 2 in scoring position now. And is that going to drop? It is not. The catch is made out there. So we get one back. Campusano pops it up. Flores looks like it's going to be Estrada coming over to make the catch. Sung Kim rounds it to short. 2 away. Yeah, I mean, graphically, it looks a little bit better. The players are moving a little smoother, that sort of thing. There's still some wonkiness in where the ball goes and what the animation actually does, but there's definitely an improvement in the smoothness of the player's motion and stuff. Jung-Hoo Lee grounds it to first. 3-1 put out. Jorge Soler now. Hits it to left. 2 up, 2 down. And Yaz strikes out. So we go down in order in the third. Tatis to Chapman. And there's an out. So it looks like both teams have settled down a little bit here pitching-wise. There's a strikeout. Now 2-0 on Machado is that going to be an E4 or is that going to be a single? Single. All right. So Webb is 4 hits, no earned runs so far. Both of those runs in that last inning or in the first were unearned. Gets a strikeout there, so we're a third of the way through the game. We're still down 2-1. And I think we're now tied as Matt Chapman goes deep to left for the solo home run. So Chappie's 2 for 2. He's got a home run and a single. Patrick Bailey, he draws a walk. Flores pops it up on the infield. Catch is made by Kim. Estrada grounds it to third. Only able to get the runner at first. Down to second goes Bailey with 2 outs and Nick Ahmed now. And Ahmed strikes out. All right, so we get the game tie. Xander to short. There's a quick out. Now Kyle Lewis. Base hit to center. Excuse me. If you've never watched me before, I'm going to say that I'll edit that out, but I won't. So you'll just have to listen to the sneeze. I apologize. As we get the lead runner at second. So Camposano at first with 2 outs. And Kim up now. And he'll bloop it into right center field. That's another single. Runner stops at second. So 2 on, 2 outs for Michael A. Taylor. And he'll strike out. We're through 4. Tied at 2. We're going to send up Wade, Lee, and Soler here in the 5th. Wade grounds out to second. Jung-Hoo Lee. Diving catch made out in center field by Michael A. Taylor and Soler now. We go in order in the 5th, so we're halfway through the game, 2-2. They got their top of the order up. Tatis will lead things off. He strikes out looking. That's 5 Ks now for Logan Webb. Pauly. Hits it to right. That ball's carrying, but to the right fielder, Yastrzemski for the out. And now Machado. He hits it to left, and Webb with a quick 1-2-3 5th inning. Go to the 6th. Robert Suarez coming in for San Diego faces Yastrzemski. Induces a 4-3 putout. Chapman and Bailey. Chapman strikes out, and now Bailey pops it to center, so it's another 1-2-3 inning. Belt, Bogarts, Lewis here in the 6th. Brandon Belt to right. That'll get down for, I think, extra bases, if I know the game at all. Yep, it'll be a leadoff double for Brandon Belt. Now Bogarts gets through Chapman into left field. Belt will come home to score on the RBI single from Xander. Kyle Lewis to left. Out. Webb's still out there, facing Camposano. That'll be another single. It's the 9th hit of the game for the Padres. There's another base hit. Surprised they are leaving Webb in the game still. Now 4-2. Taylor strikes out. Tatis walks. We taking him out here, guys? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing here, guys? I can't warm anybody up. let's get through this, shall we? Pauly strikes out, and that retires the side. So Webb gives us 6. Gives up 4 runs. 2 of them were earned. So we're going to send 7, 8, 9 to the plate here in the 7th. Flores grounds out to third. Thairo Estrada runs out 1-3. And Nick Ahmed grounds out to second. So, yeah, pretty meager offense in this one. What are we doing here? There's one out. Are they just going to leave Logan Webb out there? Just going to let him go? All right, there we go. So they bring in Ryan Walker here with one out in the 7th. Strikes out Bogarts. Gets Lewis to ground out. 6-4 fielder's choice. We go to the 8th. We're still down by 2. They're going with Tom Cosgrove here leading off the 8th. Lefty on lefty. Wade bloops it to left, but the catch is going to be made. One away. They pinch hit Tom Murphy for Jung-Hoo Lee, and he gets a single. I mean, it worked. I wouldn't have done it, but it worked. So Lair strikes out, and Yastrzemski strikes out. All right, so we go to the bottom of the 8th. Walker's still out there. Base hit for Camposano to lead things off. Kim out to center. Diving catch made in center field by Mike Yastrzemski. Oh, right, because they took Lee out. We're going to turn over the double play. 6-4-3. We do turn it over. So we go to the 9th. We need 2 to tie, 3 to win against Yuki Mitsui. And we'll send up Chapman, Bailey, Flores. Chapman grounds out 6-3. Bailey strikes out, and Flores draws a walk, brings the tying run to the plate, and Thairo Estrada. Estrada grounds out to second. So we lose on opening day at Petco Park by the score of 4-2. Chapman 1 for 3, a couple of runs scored, hit a home run. Webb didn't pitch badly. 2 earned runs in 6 1/3, 7 Ks. The error by Bailey obviously hurt us. Only the 1 extra base hit was the home run by Chapman. And that is opening day, and that is episode 1, folks. So, yeah, as always, like I said, leave the video a like, please. Comment. Let me know your thoughts below. Let me know what you thought of my... If you've watched it to this point, we are about 56 minutes in. If you've watched it to this point, let me know what you think about my lineup. Should I make any changes? Should I spend money this year, or should I, I mean, I don't have much to spend at the moment, but are we all in, or are we, playing it by ear and seeing how it goes? Let me know your thoughts, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Leave the video a like, subscribe. Let me know your comments. I'll talk to y'all soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.